What is up guys, welcome to HITC Football Friday. It's finally starting again. The Premier League is returning in only 4 days. I'm hyped, you're hyped, we're all hyped. And by now you've obviously seen everybody's Premier League predictions. I'm kind of getting sick and tired of it, I have to be honest. I'm not doing that, but what I am going to do is I'm going to share my ones to watch for the Premier League 2022-23 season. So what I did, I just picked a few players who I think will do very well this season, and we're just going to talk about it a little bit. And guys, I'm gonna give you the power to decide what video I make on Wednesday. If you want to see a video of me talking about the players who I think will be very disappointing this season, vote in the poll that I will put right on the screen now. I just put it out, you can go to the community post. And the other option is me doing predictions for game week 1. I'm gonna predict every single Premier League game, so I don't know how that will go. So anyways, decide which video you want to see from me and vote on the poll, and I promise I will make it happen. So now that all of the waffling is out of the way, let's get right into the video and see who are my ones to watch for this Premier League season. Let's go. Starting off with a very surprising one, because I definitely didn't talk about this guy a lot on this channel. Yeah, okay, I did. I know Gabriel Jesus is my first one to watch because I think that still it's a stellar signing, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I think that he will do very well this season. First of all, 45 million. I do not think that that's a bad price, because right now on transfer market, this is literally his transfer value, so you didn't overpay. The guy's only 25 years old, so he definitely has a few good years left in the Premier League, and you're arguably getting one of the most prolific strikers in the Premier League. And no, don't tell me, oh, he was not a first team striker at Manchester City. I will tell you exactly why. The stats prove that this guy is a great goal scorer. In 6 Premier League seasons for Manchester City, Gabriel Jesus scored 58 times and gave 32 assists in 159 games. That works out to a goal contribution every 103 minutes in the Premier League, which is definitely not bad. It's just over a goal contribution a game, so definitely great for a striker, and especially one that didn't always play at striker. Because to be fair, he also played on the wing many times for Manchester City. But if we look at his Champions League record, it is even better. He scored 20 times and gave 5 assists in only 37 games. And this also works out to a goal contribution every 85 minutes. So that means that every single game, this guy gets a goal contribution for you. And we're talking about the Champions League, guys, so literally the highest stage possible. And before on this channel, I made a bet with you guys saying that this guy is gonna score at least 17 goals in the Premier League. But the only thing that I forgot is to put something on the line. So because you guys all want it, let's put something on the line. We're gonna do a forfeit if Gabriel Jesus doesn't score 17 goals this season. If Gabriel Jesus doesn't score 17 Premier League goals, I will order a Feyenoord shirt and I will wear it in every single video that I make on this channel for an entire month. And I wouldn't say I would be very happy with this, since maybe it's clear, but I'm an Ajax fan, so that's probably the worst thing I can do. So Gabriel Jesus, if you're watching this, he's clearly not. Please score 17 goals, otherwise I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. Anyways, that's my first pick for my one to watch this season. We're gonna move on to the second player, who is Diego Carlos, the player that Aston Villa just signed. And all in all, I think that this is such a great signing. Honestly, great piece of business by Aston Villa, and I expect a lot from this team, and definitely with Diego Carlos in the side. Newcastle, Barcelona and Manchester City were all interested in signing this player, so fair play to Aston Villa for getting the deal over the line. And okay, Aston Villa is definitely not a poor club, but all of these other clubs could definitely have paid him more wages. Newcastle's absolutely loaded, Manchester City is also absolutely loaded, and Barcelona just give everybody a big salary in order to ask them for a pay cut later on in the season, which is the reason they're bankrupt right now. So well-run club, definitely a lot of praise from me. But yeah, coming back to Diego Carlos, this guy is clearly a great player. He already made 6 appearances for Brazil, which is already pretty impressive because that team is also absolutely stacked. He's also an Olympic gold medalist, which is pretty great as well. He won the Europa League with Sevilla as well, which is definitely also not bad because still a European trophy. And last season he was part of a Sevilla team that was able to give Real Madrid a run for their money as basically the only team in La Liga, up until about March when Real Madrid was absolutely just running away with it. And also a very surprising thing that I just found out, Aston Villa paid only 28 million for the guy, while his transfer value is 36, so they paid under his market value. They essentially signed a great center back who is in his prime right now, who Manchester City, Barcelona and Newcastle also wanted, for under his market value. A ridiculous piece of business. I think it's absolutely mad. He's not the youngest player anymore because he's 29, which is not necessarily young, but he's in his prime, so he can immediately make an impact for Aston Villa. And if you haven't seen this guy play, this guy is an absolute beast on the pitch. He's quick as well. He can also score a goal with a header, which is also pretty nice as a defender. But yeah, I think that this guy will definitely sort out Aston Villa's defense, and all in all, I think that this guy will have a great season together with Aston Villa. Maybe they will even manage to finish top half. I think that they could be capable of doing that. that. I don't know. I think that they have a great team, great signing. Diego Carlos is my next one to watch. Moving on to my next player, which is Erling Haaland. And I know, big surprise, nobody probably expected this. And yeah, okay, fair enough. He was really bad in the Community Shield. He missed a chance, which he should have scored probably. But guys, let's be honest. This guy is a pure goal scorer and he's gonna join one of the best teams in the league, if not the best, probably the best. A team that was missing a striker last season and now all of a sudden they got the best young goal scorer in the entire world. So if this doesn't work out, I'll honestly just sleep outside for an entire week because I don't know, this is not gonna fail. I'm 100% positive. Because honestly guys, have you ever seen a guy with a goal record like his? 20 goals for Norway in 21 games. This guy already scored over 200 career goals and he's only 22. And this guy once scored 9 goals in one match. 9 goals in one match. Do we really have to see this as normal? Honestly, there are a lot of players that don't even score 9 goals in an entire season. And this guy just turned up and did it in one game. I know it was only the Under 20 World Cup, but still, when does this ever happen? This guy literally has the best minutes per goal ratio ever in the Bundesliga and in the Champions League. And to be fair, I can literally go on for hours to name all kinds of statistics from this guy, but like we all understand that this guy is just an absolute machine. And we should just stop slating this guy after one bad game, because believe me, this is gonna work out. In 1 year's time, this guy has racked up more than 20 Premier League goals and everybody's gonna be like, this is the best striker in the world. And I promise you guys, this is gonna happen. Manchester City, honestly, one of the best pieces of business in the entire summer transfer window. And my next one to watch is Sven Botman, my fellow Dutch countryman. And like I said before, Newcastle were trying to sign Diego Carlos. They failed because Aston Villa got away with it. So they signed Sven Botman. And to be fair, I don't think that this option is worse. Over in Ligue 1, this guy was an absolute machine. And together with his club Lille, he did the impossible. He became champions of Ligue 1, finishing just ahead of PSG, which is already a big accomplishment in itself. And yeah, all in all, over in the Ligue 1 for the last couple of years, Sven Botman was one of the best defenders over there. This guy is almost 2 meters tall, so strikers are definitely gonna have a tough time against him. He's only 22 years old, so also he has a lot of room for improvement still, but he's already a great player. And I mean, I don't understand this. 10 years ago, the Netherlands didn't have any good defenders, but now all of a sudden we have way too many great defenders. We obviously have Virgil van Dijk, who's definitely the best, Matthijs de Ligt, Stefan de Vrij, Nathan Ake and Sven Botman. But because of all of these great defenders, this guy is yet to feature for the Dutch national team. But believe me, if he has a great season over in England, his time will definitely come and he will definitely get his first cap for the Netherlands. And also something that boasts in his favor is that he's from the famous Ajax Academy. But funnily enough, he never made an appearance for the first team. Because for a long time in Amsterdam as well, it was well known that this guy was a great defender, but Ajax thought that he wasn't that great on the ball, which is definitely not one of his strengths, so they just sent him away to Lille. And to be fair, after seeing the game against PSV over the weekend, I really wish that we had this guy, because our defense honestly looks as solid as this piece of paper, because we were absolutely terrible. But let's just put that aside and talk about Sven Botman again, because honestly, a great signing. AC Milan was also after the player, so definitely also fair play for Newcastle. They paid a lot of money to get him. And to be fair, also, they didn't really overpay. They paid only £33 million for the guy. His transfer value is around 27, so definitely not massive overly paid. Overly paid, is that even a word? Anyways, we're just gonna go with it. And yeah, I personally think that this is another great addition to Newcastle, as they're trying to build a very good team in the Premier League, and I think Sven Botman is definitely going to contribute to that. And next up is Christian Eriksen, and to be fair, things are looking a little bit better for Manchester United right now. I know that definitely they still need to sort out their midfield, because this is definitely still a big problem area for them. But so far, I know it's pre-season and it doesn't really tell a lot, but they have been playing at least a little bit more exciting. And if Manchester United can sort out their team, and especially the midfield, then I think that they could actually have an alright season. And a player who I think will make a big impact is Christian Eriksen. And obviously at Spurs, we've seen for years that this guy is absolutely class. And last season, after a difficult year, obviously, where something absolutely horrendous happened for him, he recovered really fast. He immediately started to play again, and immediately he was a great player. So that just all in all shows that this guy has a lot of talent and just is a great footballer. And to be fair, it also definitely says a lot about his character, because I can imagine that this last year has been really difficult for him. And to bounce back like that is honestly very impressive. And when he just joined Brentford, he definitely bounced back, because in the 9 games before Eriksen joined, they only got 4 points. But after Eriksen joined, things things were looking a lot better. In the 9 games after that, they all of a sudden got 19 points and Christian Eriksen was definitely one of the best players in the entire team. And okay, this guy's 30 years old, but he still has a few good years left in him, and also in the Premier League, I think. And last year especially, Manchester United was missing a player like Eriksen, and this season they have him, and I think that he will make a big impact over in Manchester. And also, to get this guy on a free is absolutely ridiculous. And my last one to watch for this video is going to be Marquee from Crystal Palace. Last season this guy was already one of the biggest surprises in the Premier League. He only missed 2 games, so he's definitely a very reliable player. He's pretty versatile as well because he can literally play everywhere in the back line. And yeah, he's a Chelsea academy player and there are a lot of gems in that academy, but unfortunately Chelsea is not really willing to see that. And definitely this guy is a big talent. He's only 22 years old, so he's already very mature for his age. Literally defends as a baller. He can also chip in with some goals. He scored 2, I think, last year. And obviously, because he was such a great player last season as well, he already played 3 times for the English national team. And personally, I think that's very impressive because the English national team, especially in defense, has a lot of competition, so this shows how good this guy actually is. And I personally think that he will have one more season with Crystal Palace and then he will probably make a move to a big club because he definitely has it in him to become a great defender. So guys, that's it. Some players that I think will do very well next season in the Premier League. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments down below who is your one to watch for the Premier League next season. And as always, be sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new here. And don't forget to vote on the community post on the channel because then you can tell me exactly what video I will make on Wednesday. Click my other videos on the end screen right now and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.